Hello everybody. It is me, Sunny, your North Country Knitter. Welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel. I make a lot of vloggy podcast videos. And I'm really happy you're here today. It is March 22nd. Give me a second. Yes, March 22nd, Sunday. Yeah, lots of stuff going on. I have only one completed project to show you today, but I have worked quite a bit on some other projects. I'm very excited to show you one because it's the first time I've ever made that type of item. All right, I'm moving around. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get just right. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. I'm not going to relate to that until maybe later. I may not even talk about it. So there's that. Yes. I have been homeschooling, which has been going fun. Initially, I was afraid that it was going to kind of take me away from knitting. Not really afraid, but just facing that reality that I wouldn't have as much time to knit during the day. But I found that's not the case at all. So I guess I'm prioritizing my time better. But yeah, let's jump right in. So my one finished object is this cute little preemie hat. I am continuing to make my preemie hats because I have a goal to finish 40 of them by the time the year is out. I have thus far only done 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have a long way to go. 5. I did find 2 other ones that my husband and we renovated one of the rooms in our house and we moved our master bedroom into that one, and we did something you're not supposed to do. We kind of just left everything in our old bedroom that we didn't want to take into the new one, which is not the bad part, but we didn't go through it at all. There's like stuff that needs to be thrown away, and we just kind of shut the door and locked it and try not to look at that door, because unless you're going to that room specifically, there's no reason to go to that part of the house. I have a very non-cookie cutter house, so I actually have 2 stairwells in my house. Stairways. Sets of stairs. I don't know. And one of them's in the front of the house, which leads up to that bedroom, but it also leads into another room, and it leads into this office. But I have a set of stairs right behind this door that gets to the bathroom and the master bedroom and the nursery and the girls' room. So we never go up those front stairs, so we never go into that old master bedroom. So it's easy to conveniently forget about it. Anyway, what I'm trying to get back to is I found a couple other hats in there that were not sent out with my last shipment to Crouse Medical Center, which is where I send my hats to. I found them on the Ravelry knitting group, Hats for Preemies. A woman who works there had posted the address and that they're in constant need because they have anywhere from between 60 and 70 beds for incubator beds for preemies up to newborns, and they're constantly needing hats to fulfill those. So that is where I send mine. I do mostly the smaller hats, as you can tell, but I do mix up some newborn size hats because babies that go in there are also newborn size. You know, they have heart conditions that need to be worked on right away, or any type of medical condition that requires full-term newborns to go into the NICU unit. Yeah. I hope I said that right. I'm not full on technical terms. But anyway, this is the one that I made. The lighting is not picking up the like white speckledness through it. This is using Premier Nordica. I wanted to say Nardica and I knew that wasn't right. Premier Nordica yarn. which is a size 3, and it is self-patterning. This is the color Spearmint. It's their green color. And you can see it's kind of darker down here, and then it gets light. I don't know if I have one handy. I know I do, but it's in a pile of yarn. Aha, got it. So this is kind of the patterning that it does on all of them. This is the color Spearmint, and you can see what happens when you work up the full pattern. This is the color, I've said it before in one of my previous videos. Pretty sure I said it wrong. Pretty sure I'm going to say it wrong again. Orca Gray. I want to say Orca. I know it's not Orca. Nope. It's not happening. There we go. You get 546 yards or 7 ounces per skein. So I want to make something up for my husband with this color, or for me, because I like these colors. But as you can see, this is the Spearmint color, and this is the pink color. I made this hat last week or the week before, and you can see it's got that little bit of patterning in that right there, right here. So very cute. I cannot remember what the pink color is called. But yes, so I have those done. So I will be waiting quite a while to send these out, and that's not anything new. When I send my hats out, I like to make sure that I have at least 20 to go in one package. I remember one time I actually sent, like, my goal, it was during last Lenten season, I had a goal to make 40 hats, and I had 20 hats previously already done. So when I sent a package, it was like 65 hats that I sent down, which is, they're so thankful for them, and I love making them. I really need to make a blanket, and I was thinking of using that green right there. I thought that was a pretty green. When I make them, I make sure that I know exactly what the fibers are that are being used. I only use 100% acrylic yarn when making anything to go to preemie babies, and that is simply because we want to make sure that there's no allergies to any of the fibers. So I always do 100% acrylic. Yeah, so that's my one finished object. What am I going to show you next? I'm going to wait for that to last. Next up, I have been steadily working on my diagonal scarf, which is kind of in here as a mess because I'm using 2 skeins. So this is using Mandela tweed stripes. This is Ladybug, and this one is something, can't remember. And the ball band is downstairs on the, I think it's under the couch. My girls took it off. It's under the couch, I think. Walk in the Woods, maybe? Something like that. I do wish that I had used colors that were much more contrasting, because when you look at it, it is kind of hard to see the difference. I mean, you can tell it's there, but it blends pretty well, which is not bad. I mean, I like it, but this is where I started this morning. My goal is to get at least 5 inches a day, so I'm getting there. So that is that. I like how it's coming out. It's kind of thin, but I'm going to, the next time I make one, I'm going to make it a little bit wider. And then it's possible that I'll do, instead of doing 2 rows in one color, I'll do 4 rows in one color. and then see where that gets me, because that might be a little more contrasting. And as you can tell, I haven't used a whole bunch of the ball yet, so I am liking how it's coming out. So far, I have not had any major issues with the yarn. What I have found in these particular ones, and from what it sounds like, there's variations from colorway to colorway. In these ones, I found that it's so tightly wound that as I'm pulling the yarn out when I'm knitting, it's like so tightly wound you kind of get yarn barf. It's not going to do it now, but it'll get like too tightly wound itself, and you end up pulling that whole section of color out, and you have to unknot it a bit. Definitely not a huge issue for me, because I discovered that I used to do that all the time when I would wind up my own balls of yarn, that I was always winding too tight, even though my grandmother told me not to wind it too tight and to always have, she would always told me not to wind it up too tight, and I didn't listen. But that I'm hoping to have done. I hope to finish it this week and move on to something else. I don't know what. I do need to make another blue hat, so I'm hoping to work one of these up this week as well. I mentioned that last week. I didn't do it because I'll show you why. I made a sweater. Okay, I almost finished a sweater. I mentioned that I wanted to make one last week, and I ended up just picking up the ball of yarn, the skein of yarn, which is Premier Bloom, and this is the colorway Hummingbird. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start it. There's no reason for me not to. I can put all my other projects on, the back burner, on hold, or work on them alternatively. And so, isn't it cute? Oh no, I forgot the pattern. I'll give you the pattern when I finish it. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. I need to remember to bring water up with me, and I never do. So you knit from the top down. I was really hesitant to ever make a sweater. I really wanted to, but in my brain, I was really overcomplicating things. And my grandmother was right. She said, once you do one, you're hooked and you want to do another one, because I'm already envisioning sweaters to make for my other two girls. This one's going to be for my 8-month-old, and it's a size 12-month. But she's a big girl. I'll try to put a picture in right about here to show you what it looks like on. I have not finished the sleeves. I do have to finish those, but I'm nervous because I'm horrible at picking up stitches, and I'm nervous to do it. I may keep the Lifesaver yarn in until I really get going and know that I've done it right, because I'm just not good at them. And to be fair, the only time I've ever done it is on mittens and on socks. Y'all know the sock saga. But mittens, I'm so fumbly with them. So hopefully this will go better. I know there are several tutorials out there. I haven't found one that really clicks with me yet. So I'm going to search a little more extensively before I actually, pick these up and start working on them. Because of the color, I am a little bit afraid that these sleeves are not going to match because of the way that the yarn is. It's self-striping, self-patterning. So, but I think the body of it came out really, really nice. What I might do is just make sure the rest of the sleeves are all green, or just pattern it myself so that I know that they come out even. Does that make sense? I think that's what I'm going to do, because I really want them to kind of look nice and match the rest of the sweater. So super cute. I was impressed. I'm not going to lie. I really was overcomplicating sweaters. I was just overcomplicating them. And I know it's because I used to see them being made and just stare at them in awe. Like, oh my gosh, look at that sweater. It's gorgeous. I don't know how. I can't wrap my brain around it. And if I can't wrap my brain around something by looking at it, I feel like it's this major complicated thing, which is really selling myself short. But, yeeks. So she has tried it on. It is fitting her in the body down. It is a little big in the top area. I was anticipating that. I expected that. I hope that she can wear it in the fall as well as this spring. But we'll see. My kids tend to grow pretty fast. So even if she doesn't wear it long term, I'm still really happy I made it. It's definitely something we're going to hang on to, have as one of those little heirloom pieces, or maybe I'll just frame it and put it up on the wall somewhere and be like, I did that. It's such a modest little piece too. Yeah. So that is everything I have done this week. I need to, I really like this yarn. They have a chunky version of this yarn as well that also does the self-patterning. I want to say it's a size 5, but I was really sad because they didn't have it in this color. They don't have it in the hummingbird color, so I don't think I'll be getting it. But it is a really nice yarn. And if you've ever looked at it and wondered, this is what it looks like. I'll get it close up. I like those little speckles of the dark teal in there as well. Yes. So here it is. This would be cute as a dress too, if you could make a dress. So I hope to pick up the stitches. I need to do it sooner rather than later so I don't overthink it. What else? That's like all I've been working on. Oh, hi Dad. Hi Anna. I had to say hi. I was talking to my dad earlier this week and he watches these videos. And my baby Julia just woke up. Hopefully Matt will be coming up the stairs. Yep, there he is. Yeah, he watches them, and I told him that I was going to do a shout out to him, and I forgot to in my last week's video, so hi Dad. He is the one I made the mittens for, which you can find several videos back. And Anna, hi Anna. Anna is my friend. She taught me how to knit in the round on double pointed needles back when I was expecting my first girl, who is now 6. And she just sent me a picture of the tea she is drinking along with cookies that I sent her. Yeah, so there's a little dip into personal life. Sorry. I do have another box of yarn coming. I do not know when I'm going to get it, but I will fill you in on all those details when it gets here. As for that, that's all that's going on up here in the North Country. Not the only things going on, but all we're going to talk about today. And yeah, so I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, having a wonderful weekend, as it is Sunday. We are just finishing up some maple syrup here. My husband pulled the taps today. He pulled them and filled the holes in on the trees. We have 26 mason jars, 16-ounce mason jars full of maple syrup, and there's more boiling out there right now, so we have a lot. And this is on top of everything we had from last year. So we have some trees that really produce. Hopefully I can remember to bring some up and show you guys. I don't know if you even want to see a mason jar full of maple syrup. It's so good though. Oh my goodness, so good. If you ever get the chance to get real maple syrup, do it. It is so different from the stuff you buy at the store, like Aunt Jemima's. And I tell you what, I loved that type of maple syrup growing up. And then I had the real stuff. Oh my goodness gracious. It is so different. You don't need a lot of maple syrup when you use the real stuff because it is just so flavorful. And yeah. So if you ever get the chance to try the real stuff, try it. And yes. What else? Oh, it's possible now that I finally have this whole wall done, this whole pegboard, that I'm going to be taking it down. Because currently this is a good time for us to do indoor projects. Because of what's going on in the world. And so we may be starting the renovation on my office very shortly. I still need recommendations on paint colors, guys. Help me out. I think we're going to go with some type of warm, creamy color to keep it light in here because we do not have big windows in this room. And it needs to be warm tone to match the woodwork. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to go with, which is sounds so boring to me. I love color, but too much color, it's a small room and it needs to be bright. And so I think that's what we're going to do. And yeah, my husband went to the hardware store yesterday. He had to get something for, what did he get? He had to get propane to boil the sap, and the guys in there said that they've been selling a lot of paint. Like a lot of people are doing all their interior painting jobs now. So yeah, that's what's going on in our neck of the woods. I hope everyone out there is staying safe and healthy. We're praying for everyone who's been affected, is affected, whether it's jobs or illness or anything that is coming along with what's going on. Y'all are in our happy thoughts and prayers. And I think we're going to end it there. I have some editing to do with this, so I still need to do my review video of my Caron big cakes. I haven't been able to sit down and do it yet. Maybe I will today. We'll see. I do have my little swatches here that I want to show you guys. All right, we are gonna go. It's just me up here. I am gonna go. I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.